everyone, and welcome back to the Joy-Filled Universe podcast. I am your host, Lisa Ryan, and I am super excited to share today's episode with all of you, most especially because it is directly applicable to this week, the Winter Solstice and Christmas Eve, which I have learned after reading some Rhonda Byrne material that this time of year is one of the most powerful times to manifest our dreams. In fact, it is considered a manifestation portal. So for today's pod, we are going to focus on this magical portal and how we can absolutely get on board with this window of opportunity. Now, first, let's just answer this question. What exactly is this manifestation portal? Well, in essence, it is a symbolic and energetic window on Christmas Eve when cosmic forces align to supercharge our intentions. And because of this energy, the portal is seen as prime time to plant the seeds of our desires. So whether that's abundance, love, friendships, community, a new home, health, a big career shift perhaps, travel, I could just go on, and I would be happy to accept all of the above. Thank you, universe. Seriously, bring it, especially during this magical portal time. So if you are like me, when I first heard about this portal, I was like, why is it so potent? And where do I sign up? And so the best way I figured that I could answer this is to break it down in a certain way. So first, there's the symbolic perspective. Christmas Eve. It ties deeply into the story of the virgin birth, Mary and Jesus from the Bible and Christianity. But here's the twist. In esoteric teachings, this is applied as a metaphor because the virgin womb represents our pure consciousness, our mind and heart, untouched by doubt, fear, or any form of external noise. And on this night, we are invited to conceive our desires immaculately and believing them into existence. And from 9:30 p.m. to midnight, this marks the shift from darkness to light, mirroring winter's end and the promise of renewal. So it's kind of like the universe is saying to us, hey, wipe the slate clean and birth your miracles for a new year. And so this symbolism, well, it really just amps up our focus because it makes intentions feel way more vivid and achievable. Okay, so now let's layer in a little bit of astronomy because the stars are literally aligned here. In the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice hits around December 21st or 22nd, like today, which is when the sun is at its lowest. And then by December 25th, it starts climbing back north, which was actually a symbol of rebirth in ancient cultures, which resulted in celebrations that were tied to sun cycles from Egypt all the way to Rome. And so on Christmas Eve at midnight, the constellation Virgo, the Virgin, rises on the eastern horizon. Virgo embodies purity and creation, which ties right back to that birth metaphor. And astrologers say that this Virgo constellation rising, it creates a cosmic surge. And from that surge, universal energies feel stronger, hence magnifying our thoughts and the vibrational energy that they emit. All right, so now we have symbolism, astrology, and lastly, we have the energetic side, which is by far my favorite because in my opinion, it's so beautiful to think about the fact that all around the world during this time of year, most especially on Christmas Eve, close to 3 billion people are doing the same thing. They are feeling grateful, nostalgic, generous, loving, hopeful, kind, compassionate, and giving. And even after a tough year, even when life didn't feel perfect, this shared elevated emotion lifts the entire collective frequency. And when the planet is vibrating with gratitude and joy, which we know are two of the absolute highest emotional frequencies that we have, manifestation becomes effortless. So our intentions don't have to fight resistance. Rather, they ride the high vibe wave. And honestly, this is why this time of year feels like a magical portal, a real open window where what we feel moves faster into our reality, most especially when we hit it in the sweet spot of 9:30 p.m. to midnight on December 24th. This is a time when the day winds down, our bodies relax, our minds quiet, our subconscious opens, we align to the high vibe frequency of joy, and our heart feels that universal peace. And I just cannot say enough how excited I feel knowing that this year I am absolutely going to be tuned in to the energy of the world. I am getting on this vibe, people, and I am going to take full advantage of this magical time because I totally expect 2026 to be the best year of my life thus far. And guess what? We only need 5 to 10 minutes of this portal time to launch our intentions and desires into the universe. So for me, what I plan to do is this. I am going to find 5 to 10 minutes of quiet time. I'm going to put my hand on my heart and I'm going to take deep breaths. And with every exhale, I'm going to say, thank you, until my mind becomes quiet and I become present. And then I am going to speak my intentions out loud from my heart like it is already on its way. And if you are wondering, well, what is that? What are some of the things that we can say? Well, we can say things like, I am calling in peace. I am calling in love. I am calling in abundance. I am calling in healing. I am calling in joy. I am calling in money that flows effortlessly to me. I am calling in a career shift that brings me joy and purpose. I am calling in health. I am calling in happiness. And so whatever we are calling in, do it with gratitude, knowing that it is already here, because it is during this time that our words carry extra weight. We are in alignment and we are on a high vibe frequency with the whole world. And you know what else I'm going to do here? I'm going to go get me some wish paper and I am going to symbolically launch my desires. I am all in. Let's do this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I am buzzing. I am so excited. Okay. So Christmas Eve, it isn't just a holiday. It is a turning point. So be super intentional with what seeds of desire are planted at this time on this night, because when we trust the universe, these seeds will absolutely grow into our reality in the next year. And that's it for this week. A little mini episode for all of us with the intention for it to set us up for an extra magical week and year ahead. So I hope you found this episode to be fun and helpful. And if you did, please share it with a friend, post it on social media, give me a review, rate, follow, all of this takes mere seconds, and it truly helps me out. And thank you, as always, for your support. And whatever holiday you celebrate this season, I am wishing you all the very best. For me, it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone. And I am so ready for 2026. It will be incredible in all the best ways for all of us. You just have to believe, because I certainly do. I know I do. Oh, and I'm excited. Okay, so on that note, guess what? I am your host, Lisa Ryan. This is the Joy-Filled Universe podcast, where we explore all the tools and tricks that are going to make your universe even more joyful than it already is. And I will see you next week. Bye.